You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1619. Well, we all spend a lot of time and energy on getting our horses to trust us. In this episode, we flip the coin as Mary Kitzmiller and I chat about giving up control and trusting your horse.
Want to reach a passionate, engaged audience of horse lovers? The Horse Radio Network, with thousands of listeners worldwide, offers unique sponsorship opportunities to connect your brand with horse owners, riders, and enthusiasts. Over 90% of our listeners have bought a product from a HRN ad in the past year. Partner with HRN and take your brand to the next level. Visit www.horseradionetwork.com/advertise today.
I had a huge aha moment this year that anytime I feel like taking up more rein on him because he feels a little amped up and nervous, I found if I just throw the reins away and just trust him, he's totally fine. And so I'll go into a class and he'll start the first couple strides with his head up in the air and he's like, I can feel his back tense. And I used to like try to gather him up and calm him. And what I do now is I just keep those reins nice and loose. And I'm like, you'll figure it out. And within 3 strides, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm cool. We're fine.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Well, yeah, that makes, and then he feels more confident in you. It's reciprocal, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah. And it's one of those things where you have to act how different than how you feel sometimes. And, you know, it's a combination of, this is what's really fun about showing is each horse has different preferences and it's a very much a psychological game. So some horses might want the security of you, you know, taking up the reins and saying, it's okay. I'm here. I got you. And you don't learn it until you just go to a million shows and you try out different things. But with Remy, at home, when I ride him at home, I never care about, I know he's not going anywhere. He's slow as molasses. And so I never really care about where his head is, what's going on here or there, because I know he'll get into frame eventually. So I just ride him loose reins, bridleless half the time. And when I would go to shows, I realized I was trying to micromanage him too much. And so even though he would get real nervous, right, he has this thing where he's calm. And then right before we go in, his head shoots up and he's like, ah, and sort of fakes me out a little bit. And if I go opposite to my nature would be to also go, ah, and then we feed off each other. If I go, no, we're at home. This is just like home. And I throw those reins to him and I sit on him like, you're not gonna take off. You're not gonna break gait. I know you. He goes, oh yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna do those things. Okay, cool. And so it's been really fun learning that about him.
Yeah. And that is an interesting point too, because I concur that there are some horses who want that packaged up feeling. It helps them feel secure. And there are other horses that they just need to throw their head up. They need to snort twice and then they're over it and they're done. And if you try to micromanage, that tends to bottle them up. How interesting. Had a very similar light bulb moment with James a few weeks back, the young horse that I have. I'm still learning about what his personality, what his innate fight or flight reactions are versus what how he's been trained to act. I'm still learning those little bits. And he wants a little more freedom than I thought he did. But that's really hard because his flight reflexes are pretty damn quick. In that, you know, he can do a 180 and be across the field before I can blink. So it's really hard for me to give him that freedom without giving up so much that we end up across the field and maybe in a disastrous spot. It's a very fine balance in there. Very interesting. I appreciate that. That's supporting. I needed that today. Thank you. Well, there you have it. Horse Radio Network has thousands of engaging podcasts for horse people, and you can have them sent right to your phone. Just subscribe via your favorite podcast player. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.